Top.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the ASAP Sports Network. I am Ace, and I am joined today by none other than Mess Around. I don't know who my quarterback is of the Chicago Bears, Mr. Mess Around Dave. How's it going today?
We're good. How you guys doing?
Not bad. You know, just getting ready for some of that football action. All right. So then the next one that we have is Brandon. Please get rid of Zimmer and Kirk Cousins, Mr. Brandon Herrera. How's it going today?
Hey, yeah, I can agree with what you just said. So, we're on.
All right, so Brandon, you're kind of cutting in and out there, okay? And then we're also joined by none other than Mike. I'm not even sure who his favorite football team is. Mike, the con man. How's it going?
I'm doing well, guys. How you all doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, buddy, we can't see you.
I know.
Okay, and then we have there's Mr. Freddie Henderson. He was up there, but now he's gone. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. All right, so with that being said, before we jump into everything, hold on here. All right, so Brandon, go ahead and take it away for a second, sir.
Oh, am I on? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, breaking down today's action, by looking at it, I only see two games that have playoff implications. So, first game we'll break down, Cincinnati versus the Houston Texans. Messer, what do you see going on in that game?
Did you say Cincinnati and Houston?
Yes, sir.
This game could go either way. Both teams are out of the playoffs. Cincinnati pulled off the upset last weekend by beating the Steelers. So I'm going to take Houston to win this because Watson's, I think, is going to be too much on the ground and the air. So I got Houston winning 24-17.
All right, Mr. Conman, what do you got in the Cincinnati-Houston game?
Well, you know, this game has no meaning whatsoever. But again, that's why I said the Cincinnati's come off a big victory last week, but they're playing at Houston. Houston's getting 7. I'm gonna take the Texans.
All right, guys, I am back now. I was just letting you guys know that I had to take that phone call because we are having technical issues. For those of you that are waiting for us to go live on Facebook, I am sorry right now. We are having technical issues. So currently we are not live on Facebook. But as soon as we figure that out, we will get this show live on Facebook. So I was just talking to our other admin there trying to figure out our tech issue. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and keep going on the show today. All right. So it sounds like the first game you guys just talked about was Houston and Cincinnati, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then the second game that we are going to talk about, we're going to jump into that Atlanta and Kansas City Chiefs game. we all know that it means nothing for the Atlanta Falcons. And basically, if KC wins this game, they basically have the number 1 seed all wrapped up. So, mess around. Go ahead and take this one first.
Yeah, you said it. Atlanta's got nothing to play for. They've been playing better as of late since they got rid of their coach. But ever did they replace him, they've been playing pretty well. But this is Kansas City. They score at will. They score when they want to. I know their last few games have been pretty close, but this is the Falcons. I think Kansas City's going to run away with this one, 42-17.
All right. The man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Herrera.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely it's all for Kansas City today. I mean, yeah, Atlanta can play the spoiler and give Buffalo a little hope on grabbing that number 1 seed, but I think Kansas City just their school ground football that they play out there, it seems like just go up and get it. I think Kansas City's going to walk away with this one. Yeah, I see like 47, 21, 20, somewhere around that ballpark. I'm with mess around. Kansas City's going to just walk.
Now, Brandon, I do want to agree with you, but one thing that people often forget about too is that KC's defense is not exactly magnificent in any way. And one thing that the Falcons have is they have a great passing game. They have a great passing game. They're able to put up points. So even though people are saying that this is going to be a blowout, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I actually think it's going to be a pretty close game. All right, let's go with Mr. Conman Mike.
Well, Kansas City, they're so deep. They have all the weapons offensively. Stretch 10.5, 10.5. I think Kansas City's going 34-14.
34-14. Man, you guys all have like KC just coming in and blowing out the Falcons. This is crazy.
All right.
Plus they're playing at home, too.
Yeah. Might be some humble pie next week. So.
No, it's good. Hey. I never said that the Falcons were going to win. I'm just saying that.
Oh, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I think this is going to be a lot closer game than what people think because the Falcons can actually put up points.
Yeah.
But this is one week that the Falcons are not going to blow a lead because they're not going to have a lead. But that's but that's okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the next game that we're going to talk about is the game of the week. We have the Cleveland Browns versus the New York Jets. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's not the game of the week, but we still have to talk about it because as we know, the Browns have a lot of people out. They're down to like 3 receivers, and none of the receivers are really big-time names. I would say really the only receiver that they have currently playing today that's kind of a big-time name, but not really a big-time name as a veteran is Rashad Higgins. So with that being said, when you have the Cleveland Browns versus the New York Jets, Brandon Herrera, you go ahead and take this one away. Does the Jets have any chance at winning this game at all? Go ahead and take it away.
Well, typically back in mine and Conman's day, when you talk Jets and Cleveland, you pretty much talk about teams that are battling for number 1 picks and stuff. But I mean, Cleveland does have a lot to play for. They still need that win to keep in line with Steelers on how they're falling. Cleveland's run game is tough. I mean, I don't know how impact that passing game is going to be. Jets showed that, there's still some fight left in them. They still want, to win games, but they also, might want the future. But I think this one's going to be definitely a close game and to a point, maybe a type of game of the week where it's a little bit of a battle. But I still got to go with Cleveland in that run game. 28-21. It'll probably come down to the last drive or something, whoever has the ball last. So I got the Browns in the running game.
Mr. Mess Around Dave, I got to hear this one.
Okay, so you ask if the Jets have a chance. I don't know. Ask the Rams if the Jets have a chance to win. Did anybody see the Jets beating the Rams last week? Because I didn't see it. So with that being said, I don't think the Jets are going to win this game. I think the Browns are going to rely on that running game. They're going to hit Chubb and Kareem Hunt out of the backfield on their for receptions. They might even line them up out wide, put either one in the slot. I think Cleveland wins 28-17.
That's all they have to do, though. That's the Browns. That's all they have to do is rely on Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and they're going to be just fine. They don't even have to worry about the passing game because Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are the best 1-2 combo in all of football. So that's all you got to worry about. All right, so Mr. Conman Mike, what do you got there, buddy?
Well, Cleveland's going to be relying on the ground game, and I think that's successful. They're favored by 9. I think the Jets will cover. I'm going to go 17-10.
17-10. All right. Well, what's funny, though, is that if there's one thing that the Jets wanted, this would be it, because everybody would be saying if the Jets wanted a chance to win this game, it would have to be because half of Cleveland was out. Well, guess what? Half of Cleveland is out, so this is your chance. This is your chance to step up and win a second game, even though I don't know if they're going to want to do that because, well, even if they did, they'd still be sitting at the second pick because, let's face it, Jacksonville's not winning today. I'm just saying that one. All right.
Jacksonville has an easy game today.
All right, so jumping into our next game, this one besides the Sunday night game, this one could potentially be the game of the week. And this is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is going to actually be a pretty good game. So with this one, I will actually go ahead and I'll start out with Mike the Con Man on this one.
All right, I'm sure that everyone's going to go with Indy, but I'm going to go reverse. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. How can they play that bad for 3 or 4 continuous weeks? I think Roethlisberger got a lot to prove. I don't see them losing to Indy spreads by 2. I'm rolling with Pittsburgh all the way.
Oh, going with Pittsburgh. See, if Pittsburgh loses this game, that'll be 4 consecutive losses. And this is realistically, they could lose this game because they're going up against the Colts. So realistically, they could. All right, so mess around, Dave. What do you got?
Well, Pittsburgh's trending in the wrong direction. They've lost 3 in a row. I think they lose their 4th game in a row today. They're going against a very tough defense. They can make life tough on them. Big Ben's not playing well. He's even said it himself. And I think it continues today. I think he plays bad again, and the Colts defense dominates. Rivers does just enough to win the game, and the Colts win 24-21.
Yeah. So, Master, if you remember, for the longest time, we were talking about how we thought the Steelers were kind of frauds. When they were 11-0, we kept saying we believe that they're frauds, and this is kind of showing a little bit that they are frauds by losing 3 consecutive games, and 2 of them were to teams that were under 500. And
right.
one of them was against the Bengals that had their 3rd-string quarterback in.
Yeah, they're just a mess right now, and they need to turn it around quick, and I don't see it happening.
All right. The man with the plan. The man, Mr. Brandon Herrera. Who do you got?
Yeah, I got to go with the Colts. I mean, I like Pittsburgh, but like you guys said, they're on the downward spiral. I mean, you start 11-0, and now you drop 3. I think this is a big must win for Pittsburgh, but I just think the Colts need it more because they got the division title in their sights, but I just Pittsburgh keeps going this downward spiral. Got to start talking about coaching, and could Tomlin be on the hot seat going into next season? So I got the Colts in a close one. I think it could be high scoring close, it could be low scoring close, but I got the Colts.
Well, I think the problem is with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I don't know if you guys agree with me on this or not, but I think the problem is that at the beginning of the year, especially, let's say their first 11 games, that the biggest reason why the Steelers were winning is because that defense has always been dominant. This year, it's been a dominant defense. However, on the other side, the offense was not able to put up a lot of points because they're not that same offense that they used to be with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell and when Juju and Martavius Bryant stuff was there. They're not that same offense. And so now what happens is they go up against a team that has a good defense, and they're not able to put up enough points on the board because that offense just isn't that good anymore. Big Ben has lost. He's lost a little bit.
He's lost a lot. Not just
All right. So now we can go to the game that Mess Around Dave has been waiting for on this one. So in this one, I'm going to ask Mess Around, but since his opinion doesn't matter in this game because we know which way it's going. All right. So Mr. Mess Around Dave, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is being led none other than Mike Glennon, and James Robinson is also out in this game. So there you go.
The Niners did us a huge favor yesterday by beating the Cardinals. Having said that, I can see the Bears letting all of the Bears fans down by losing this game. Just the way the Bears are. I mean, they get a huge gift and then they squander it. Hopefully they don't, though. I can see this game going either way. I can see Trubisky playing poor because we all know that Trubisky plays terrible when it matters most. Hopefully that's not the case today. Without Robinson and Mike Glennon starting, everybody knows that Mike Glennon is terrible. So I think the Bears won this game 30-10.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
All right, Mr. Brandon Herrera.
Well, I hate to see other division teams win, but mess around. Ain't Glennon a former Bears quarterback?
He is.
All right, payback. No, I'm just kidding. I got the Bears winning. I mean, Bears have always been tough. I don't care, what their record states. I mean, when it comes down to it, Bears have been tough. So, I mean, they need to win for playoffs, like Messerell said. Niners give them big help. So, I got the Bears. I think it's going to be a close. Close. Probably 17-14. I don't think too much scoring. So, go Bears.
Wait, 17-14? You actually have Jacksonville scoring 14 points?
Well, yeah, it's Mike Glennon going against his former team, so he's got to put up some points. Come on now.
All right. Well, I'll give you credit for saying that that Chicago's going to win, but holy cow, putting up 14 points and making it a close game. I don't think it's going to be a close game. All right, Mr. Conman Mike, what do you got, brother?
Well, I'm definitely going to roll with the Bears. I think they're playing a lot better right now. I got Bears winning 28-21. Spread 7.5. I think they'll cover.
Wow. Interesting. All right. So our next game of the night, or I should say of the morning games, we have Freddie's New York Giants. I guess you can consider them Freddie's Giants because I'm not really sure at this point if it's Freddie's Giants or not. I don't really know. But you have Freddie's Giants versus the Baltimore Ravens. That Baltimore Ravens team that is just starting to get healthy again. They're just starting to look like kind of like that Baltimore team that was there last year. So with this one, I'll go ahead and I'll start out with the man with the plan, Mr. Brandon Herrera. You have Baltimore or do you have the Giants?
Whoa, this is a tough one, but like you said, who knows if they're Freddie's team or not? Depending on if they win, I guess they are. Giants needed to stay in the hunt for the title in the East, but I just think Baltimore, they must win too to stay in the playoffs. So, I got the Ravens. They got a decent running attack. Depending on when Lamar Jackson decides to run and stuff. So, I got the Ravens. 21. 20. I mean, another close game, I think. So, but also I want to say good morning to Mama Barber out there. I see she's joining us. So, Ace, I can't believe you didn't say that.
Hey, I was waiting for the comment to come up. It didn't get put up on the screen, my man. All right. Thank you. Morning. All right, so Mr. Mess Around, what do you got?
This game, I don't think it's even really going to be close. Baltimore needs this game to stay alive for the playoffs, which took a huge hit last night when the Dolphins came back and beat the Raiders. I know they were hoping for the Raiders to pull out that upset. They need Miami to lose at least one more for them to get in. And I think the Ravens cruise to victory 40-20.
Jeez, okay.
You actually have the Giants scoring 20 points?
Yeah. Just for Freddie.
Just for Freddie. All right. So, Mr. Conman Mike, what do you got?
Well, I like the way the Ravens are playing right now, and I'm going with Baltimore 34-17, stretch 10.5. They cover even.
Oh, wow. To cover even. All right. So, before we move on to the next game, don't you guys all agree that Fitzpatrick throw yesterday was the greatest no-look pass you've ever seen?
Oh, my God.
I just had to throw that out there. That was
I've seen memes. I have not seen the play yet. I got home late from work. I was going to watch SportsCenter, but I was just too exhausted. So I will be checking that out. But yes, I've heard it's just amazing.
That was the greatest no-look throw I've ever seen. That was incredible.
And
But
Ripped off. He got his head ripped off and made a throw. An incredible no-look throw.
it was
Insane.
It was crazy, but I don't want to get too much into detail there. So now we actually jump to the afternoon games now, which there might be a few good afternoon games, but the first one we're going to talk about Nate's Denver Broncos versus Vic's Los Angeles Chargers. And the man with the plan, Mr. Brandon Herrera, can go ahead and start with this one first. Who do you got in this game? You have Justin Herbert or you have Mr. Drew Lock?
I pass. No. God, yeah, it's tough. I mean, Herbert going for Rookie of the Year, Denver going for, I don't know. So, sorry, Nate. I gotta go with the Chargers. I think Herbert's gonna get some action, gonna get some yards, and solidify himself as the Rookie of the Year. So I got Chargers.
Chargers. All right, Mr. Mess Around Dave, what do you got there, brother?
Yeah, well, let's see. This game's really not important as far as playoffs. The only thing this game's really important for is Herbert to solidify his status as Rookie of the Year. Having said that, I'm going to take the Broncos in the upset win. It's a division game. It's going to be close. 28-21 Broncos.
I'm speechless.
I know.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say right now. Oh, my gosh. Oh, don't let Nate know. I'm just kidding. He's backstage, so he's going to know exactly what you're saying because he's backstage. But, you know, right now he's, oh, yeah, Drew Lock, pump it up. Because he knows that's what Mess Around's saying right now. But he's saying he said the Chargers, which he did. But he said that the score in that game was going to be 45-40, and I'm like, there's no way that's going to be that high scoring of a game. I don't see that happening. I took the Chargers, but it's not going to be no 45-40 game. Maybe the Chargers score 31, but the Broncos are not scoring that many points. All right, so Mr. Conman Mike, what do you got there, brother?
Well, I like the Chargers in this game. These two teams drive me absolutely nuts. You never know what you're going to get from them, but I'm going to roll with the Chargers. 17-14.
17-14 with the Chargers. All right. So, Justin Herbert, Rookie of the Year. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I don't know. Jefferson's up there too, I think. But they usually give it to the quarterback, so I'm going to say Herbert gets it.
Herbert, absolutely. He'll probably get it. All right. Our next afternoon game is the Christian McCaffrey list again. Carolina Panthers versus the up-and-coming Washington football team that, don't forget, has the number-ranked 4th defense in all the NFL. Washington football team that a lot of people – it's kind of funny how a lot of fans of teams that are making the playoffs are going, we want to play Washington in the playoffs. I don't know if you do because this defense is really, really good. That defensive front is scary with Chase Young and Montez Sweat and Ryan Kerrigan. I'm telling you, this defensive front is scary. I don't know if you want to play them in the playoffs. All right, so Mr. Mess Around, you go ahead and start with this game. Carolina or Washington?
I want to take Washington, I really do, but with Haskins starting, I mean, they don't know who's starting it. So, is it going to be Smith? Is it going to be Haskins? If it's Smith, I'm taking the football game, but if it's Haskins, I'm going to go with Carolina. So, it's been starting.
I do believe that I think Alex Smith is starting. It wasn't 100% sure yet, but I do believe he is starting. All right.
He was questionable.
Yeah, I think he will start.
So I'm going to say Washington wins this 28-17.
All right. Mr. Man with the Plan, Brandon Herrera. Who do you got?
If Smith starts, Washington's probably got this in the bag. Washington needs to win, and I believe it clinches their East if Giants and Cowboys both lose. So, but I mean Carolina, what would McCaffrey do if he was there? But I got Washington. I think they're going to clinch the East. Behind Haskins or Smith. I mean, I don't trust Haskins too much, but Ace said it. You got the fourth-ranked defense. I mean, that says a lot. Defense is what football is right now. You got to win games with your defense going into the playoffs. Titles are won with defense. So I got Washington.
Haskins is garbage, bro. Just saying Haskins is garbage.
Yeah, I get it. I ain't lying, but you gotta go with the defense.
All right, Mr. Conman, what do you got?
Washington's going to rely on the run game, a lot of ball control. Whatever quarterback is going to be playing. And Carolina, McCaffrey being out, decimated, injuries. I'm going to Washington needs the game. I'm going Washington 21-14.
All right. So, yes, Nate, yes, we all know that Washington can still clinch the division title even if Dallas wins because all Washington has to do is get to 7 wins and they have it. So all they have to do is win one of their remaining games. But this is the game that they're going to want to win because they're not going to want to play Philly next week in Week 17. All right. So with that being said, our next game of the night, NFC East battle. You have Jalen Hurts is now starting for Carson Wentz and actually looking pretty good. So you have the wow factor in Jalen Hurts. And then you also have the 2 weeks in a row, the Dallas Cowboys have won games, and now the Dallas Cowboy fans are coming back out again in droves being like, how about them Cowboys? We win in the East and we make it the playoffs. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with the best round on this one. Who do you got? You have the Philadelphia Eagles or do you have the how about them Cowboys in this one?
Playoffs? We're talking playoffs? Really? With the Cowboys? Get out of here with that stuff. I'm going to take the Eagles. Jalen Hurts has been playing really well. I think it's going to be close though because it's a division game. So I'm going to say 24-21.
24-21. Oh, so you actually have it in a relatively close game.
Yeah, I do. Only because it's division. They know each other so well. So.
All right, the man with the plan, Brandon Herrera.
Oh, how about them Cowboys? Yeah, you're right. Super Bowl bound, So. I got to go with the Hurt business over in Philly. I mean, he's playing good. So might see a change in the guard over there between him and Wentz, and depending on how you look at it, might be good, might be bad, but I'm gonna go with Philly and the Hurt business taking this one today.
The Hurt Business. All right, Mr. Conman Mike.
Well, I like Dallas in this game. Also, they need to win, and they're playing at home. And I think that they want to end the season on a good note. I'm going to go with Dallas 21-17.
What? You just said Dallas?
Yes.
Don't tell me you're one of those Dallas fans that are like that after winning 2 games in a row, you're like, how about them Cowboys? We're back.
No. I'm not one of them. No, I'm not one of them.
Okay. I just want to make sure because for some reason you win 2 games in a row. They're like, how about them Cowboys? No. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Conman Mike. I was kind of hoping I was kind of hoping you were going in that general direction. All right. So the next one, this is going to actually be the game of the afternoon, if potentially the other game of the week that when it comes down to it, because this is going to be a great divisional game. Both teams are fighting for division titles and the seeding in the playoffs. You have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks, which, man, we know how Will Polston feels about Jared Goff. But the funny thing is, he actually has the Rams winning this game. So on this one, I'll go ahead and start out with the man with the plan, Mr. Brandon Herrera. Who wins this one? Is it the LA Rams or the Seattle Seahawks?
Oh,
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, another good game of the week. You're exactly right there. God, and you said Will's got the Rams winning with Golf at quarterback. Wow, that's God, 2020 has really done strange things to people. Yeah, battle for the South. Seattle wins, they clinch it. Rams win, they keep their hopes alive. Probably the game will. Man, I don't know. I gotta go with Seattle. They're at home. They don't have the 12th man, but they got home field, and Rams are going to come back with a disappointing look on their face after the Jets dominated them last week. So, yeah, I'll go with Landon's Seattle Seahawks while he's out in Disney World enjoying the life over there. So, I'll go Seattle.
All right, Mr. Mess Around Dave.
I'm going to take the Rams in this game. I'm going to look for them to rebound after that disgusting loss last week to the Jets. I think they come out and they play a lot better, and they prove to people that was just a fluke. That they're going to come out and they're going to prove that they're a playoff team, and they're going to keep themselves alive for that division title for another week. The Rams win this in a close game, 31-24.
They're definitely going to have a sour taste in their mouth, I can tell you that, especially after being embarrassed by the winless Jets. All right, Mr. Conman Mike, what do you got there?
well, we're going to find out who the best of the West is. This is a tough game. I think it's going to be kind of the most thrilling game. But I'm going to go with Seattle 27-20.
So, and I know people were asking me last night why I took the Rams in this game because I was getting comments about it on Facebook, and I even got a few messages that people were like, why'd you take the Rams? So I want to clear it up right now and tell you why I took the Rams. So at the beginning of the season, it was that Russell Wilson was on fire at the beginning of the season, and yes, Chris Brown. I have your Eagles winning. Mess Around has your Eagles winning. The man with the plan, Brandon Herrera, has your Eagles winning. However, Conman Mike over there does not have your Eagles winning. He has them losing to the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't know why, but he does. All right, so jumping back into what I was saying. So we all know at the beginning of the year that Russell Wilson was on fire. He was putting up astronomical numbers, and the dude was like running away with the MVP race. And then the last several weeks, he has really dropped off. And now, what is the reason for that? Well, he's faced a lot of good defenses, and he has struggled. The good defenses that he's played against, he has not statistically this year done well. And so what's one thing that the Rams have? They have the number one defense in football. So that's why I was like, the Rams are going to win this game because this year Russell Wilson has struggled against top defenses. So that's why I took the Rams. So I wanted to clear that up. All right. So we have that. Yeah, so Chris Brown is also saying Rams have to be motivated after last week. Absolutely they do. They're going to be motivated. Sean McVay is going to bounce back. He's going to have this Rams team bounce back. He's going to have them ready to play. All right, so now we go into that Sunday night game. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip that game. I'm just kidding. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into that Sunday night game quick. Tennessee versus Green Bay. This is going to be a very, very good game. Even as a Packer fan, I will tell you, I have my reservations about this game. There's certain reasons why I'm scared about this game, and it's with the guy named Derrick Henry. That's what scares me the most about this game is stopping that guy. You got to stop him in order to win the game, and we have to be able to do that, and I personally don't know if we can. So all we have to do is control the clock, and I think we'll be fine. All right, so mess around. You go ahead and start with this.
You said it. It's going to be a ground control game. I mean, if they can stop Derrick Henry, they can win this game. And I don't know if they can, but I want them to. I'm going to take the Packers. I think it's going to be close. I think the way Green Bay they need to keep Henry out the field. So I think you're going to see a lot of Aaron Jones tonight, and not so much of his passing on the Rodgers. So I think the Packers are going to win this 28-21.
All right, I'm back, guys. Okay, so the man with the plan, Mr. Brandon Herrera, I got to hear your take on this.
Well, we see what good running games does to the Packers. So, I mean, could Henry go off for 8 touchdowns, 600 yards? Of course. Will he? Personally, I hope so. But we live in reality. Packers need to win for number 1 seed. Again, Packers are tough, and I know I have somebody looking down on the Packers from up above, and hopefully they do win. So, since my Vikings seem to lay eggs when it counts, I'm going to go with the Packers in a close one. I mean, like you guys said, Henry has to stay out the field for them to win. So I say 34-28 Rodgers with the fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah, all you got to do is control the clock and keep them off the field, and I think that's what they will do with Aaron Jones. All right, Mr. Conman, who do you got?
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to this game. This is going to be the best game of the day. You got two great teams going at it. Again, like you said, they have to control Henry. They can control Henry, have ball control. They have a good opportunity to win. Unfortunately, Mr. Ace, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers, 37-34.
Oh, so you're picking the Packers now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, so we switched now. Okay, I'm okay with that. So I see.
We won't go into that. We won't go into that.
So I see a comment on the side here that I'm very, very confused about, and this is what it says. It says, so Freddie's saying that he has the Titans, but then you look below it and he says that their defense won't stop Rodgers. So I'm confused. Are you taking the Titans? Are you taking the Titans? Or are you taking the Packers? Because you're saying
we got to go where the comment's coming from, though. Mr. Delusional himself. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that comment's confusing. It's very confusing. I don't understand. He's got the Titans, but
he's taking Rodgers. He's taking Rodgers.
Oh, okay. So he says he meant Green Bay. That's what he said. So thank you for clearing that up, because that was very confusing. You said Titans, and then you said they won't stop Rodgers. So I'm like, I don't know, man. That was confusing. Okay, well, that's actually all of our games, unless briefly you guys can just tell me who you have winning that Monday night game, but I think we all have that same team. So we either have Buffalo or we have New England. So quickly, mess around, Dave. You tell me what team you got, Buffalo or New England?
Buffalo. You want an explanation or no?
No, it's fine. No, really, you don't even need to give an explanation. Buffalo's going to win this game. All right, the man with the plan, Brandon Herrera.
Yep, I'm going with the Reps in that game. So, no, I'm going Buffalo.
All right, Mr. Conman.
You know, it's going to come down to by how much. They're favored by 7. I'm really disappointed in Cam Newton. I'm going to go Buffalo 28-21.
All right. So now before we call it a show, I'm going to just throw this out there really, really quick just so anybody – and just think about it off the top of your head if you had to. If you had to look at today's game and you had to give – who would you predict to have, let's say, a breakout game for anybody? So go ahead. Mess around, Dave. Who's going to have a breakout game?
A breakout game?
A breakout game.
Oh, gosh. I have to pick something. I'd have to say Ben Roethlisberger. He needs it.
You took my pick.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, Ben Roethlisberger. Okay. How about the man with the plan, Mr. Brandon Herrera?
God, I'm going to go with oh, man. I got to go with Russell Wilson. I think he needs to start having some bounce-back games here. So I think it's his game today. So I'm going with Wilson.
Russell Wilson, okay. And you know what? This would be the game he'll do it because he was on my fantasy team, and last week he cost me a trip to the championship because of how bad he's been playing. So now this is the time he's going to come out and start playing well after costing me that trip. So I'm very, very upset about that. All right. So, Mr. Conman, who do you got?
I got to go Big Ben. He has a lot to prove. Everyone has dollars right now. I'm expecting big things from him today. Julian.
All right. So before we go ahead and wrap up the show, we're going to quickly just touch on the T-shirts really, really quick here. So let's go with Mess Around. How can you win one of those T-shirts?
You can win one by being Viewer of the Month, commenting, liking, sharing on any video that we put up. And if you don't want to do that, you can always get a hold of one of us and buy one for $14.95. Is it back up $25 now?
No, it's only $14. It's still $14.99.
$14.99 plus shipping and handling.
Yeah, we just haven't changed the picture yet. We need to, so that $25 we had slashed the prices and said, you know what? It's not $25 anymore. We're going to slash it. We're going to do $14.99 plus shipping and handling, and they're great shirts. A lot of us have them now. Mess Around, I still have yours. I still have to get you yours, but you have one. Don't forget, Brandon, yours is coming. Most of us have them now. They're fantastic shirts. People want them. This month is almost over, so we're going to announce our Viewer of the Month here within the next, I'd say, 4 or 5 days, and then the month starts over again, and then you can hop back on and try and win another shirt. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to say whatever it is remaining that you need to say. So, Mess Around, you start. You got 30 seconds starting now.
I'd just like to say thanks for watching our show. Enjoy the game today, and hopefully my Bears don't screw it up today.
All right. The man with the plan, Brandon Herrera.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great holiday, great New Year's coming up. I want to say hi to my buddy Tim, who is over across the pond in Italy watching us. So, hi, Tim. Hope you're having a great day over there. And I'm ready for some great football action today.
All right. And Mr. Conman, Mike, what do you have left to say? You got 30 seconds, my man.
Well, again, I'm going to thank y'all for having me on. I'm looking forward to today's games. I'm going to be watching with a heavy heart. There's quite a few people down my way suffering from COVID-19. I say prayer to them, make sure that they come out okay. But sometimes you need an outlet, and what better way to do it than watch some great NFL football.
Absolutely. The NFL football today is going to be fantastic. I am Ace from the West Coast. I want to thank these guys for having me on today. I was just a fill-in, so you guys won't normally see me on the show. I was just filling in today for Landon. If you guys are interested in what my picks were, you can actually watch Sports Minute from last night. I had all my picks on there. So with that being said, for the one last time, I want to thank everybody for watching our show. Don't forget, this afternoon, we have the Sunday night pregame show. People come on before that. They will talk about it. And if I remember right, it's going to be Mr. Conman Mike again. He'll be back on there. And then you'll have Trey Collis. And then last but not least, you'll have Mr. Will Polston. And then tonight, we have Between the Ropes for another episode of that. And I think we even might have a special guest for you tonight. And so I guess you'll have to find out if you will tonight or not. So I hope everybody has a fantastic night and enjoy some NFL games today. And we will see you around. Good day.
Thank you.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tight the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.